Hi, everybody. This is Beth McCullough. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Iowa in the United States, and I'm here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
So it's nice when Steve is here. Well, we do videos live every Tuesday. You can watch them on YouTube or you can watch them on Facebook on Stamping Mom. And it actually helps us more if you watch them on YouTube. So I know most people are on Facebook now, but if you get in the habit, YouTube will also notify you. And that would be
what
awesome.
She's not saying is she would really appreciate it if you would watch her on YouTube, because if we get more hours watched, it will really help her a lot.
Yes. So what else do we have? You can subscribe to when you're there. So
yeah, and you can also click the bell.
Yes.
What happens if they click the bell?
Then they get notified, which is pretty awesome too.
Yep.
So we do have two prizes again tonight. If
prizes?
You stick around, yes, prizes.
We have prizes.
So if you stick around to the end of the video, we will do the wheel. It's awesome. And we'll see. I bet new people will win this time.
Well,
do you have
sure
a banner?
I do.
No, I'm not sure because I have no control over who wins. But I hope it's you. So.
Yep. And just remember, in order to be qualified for Prize Patrol, you type in # Prize Patrol. I'm old school. It's # Prize Patrol. What is a £? It's also, what else do they call it? There's another name for it. I don't know. Hashtag.
Yeah.
Is what we'll go with. You have to be a U.S. resident.
Yeah.
And it's only for those people that are watching live. So what are you going to make today, honey?
We are going to make this awesome notebook. This is made with the Hippo Happiness Set. And you can make it with whatever you want. You could make it for Christmas. You could make it for birthday. You could make it for anything. And it just opens up. It's with a junior legal notebook, but I think you'll like it. And even if you've seen it before, you'll learn some things tonight. So please stick around for that. Also, if you don't have a demo, send me an email. And I would love to send you the annual catalog and the fall mini catalog. And it's all free if you don't have a demo you already work with. I also have a host code, and I give out free gifts for every $50 purchase. Do you know what the free gifts are this month, honey?
It looks like it's Artistry Bloom adhesive backed sequins.
Those are actually awesome. I love those.
And a tutorial bundle. The tutorial bundles are the most awesome.
And the tutorial bundles, that's what everyone's been wanting. You actually get to pick. I have around 15 of them. And you go on my blog and you pick which one you want. You don't have to just you don't have to get the one I'm giving you. You get whatever. How do I say that?
It's the gift that
words
keeps
are
on
hard.
giving.
Yeah.
It's the gift because there's so many tutorials in there.
And then the star-crossed embossing folder is pretty awesome. It shows on the graphic Steve has up. And it's one of my favorite embossing folders right now. So it's pretty awesome too. That is with at least a $50 purchase if you use my host code. So that would be awesome. What else do we have?
Well, we have people watching tonight.
Who's on tonight?
Well, Diana Knapp is on.
Hi, Diana. Diana won a prize. Did you get your prize in the mail yet?
And Marceline and Bridget and Mary, of course. Mary, the big winner.
And Mary, the big winner. Mary won the last 2 weeks. Mary, if you win again tonight, people might, I don't know, throw tomatoes at you or something.
Or us. They could just throw them at us.
Yeah, that's possible.
But we've got Jean and Tina from Maryland is on tonight. And Joyce.
Becky's on. Yay.
Becky is on.
And Sharon and Becky White. And Winnie's on. Hi, Winnie. So glad you guys are here.
Barb is on, of course.
Barb's always on. We love you, Barb. So, are we going to talk about hitchhiking to Texas, or are we going to...
It wasn't exactly hitchhiking, okay? That's just what our daughter called it. We would never hitchhike. That's dangerous. But we might get in the backseat of a stranger's car.
we may or may not.
We cannot confirm nor deny. Okay, we're going to confirm. So go ahead and tell them the story.
How do I make it really short? Flying to Florida. Our flight was canceled.
Actually,
got on another flight. Oh, Florida. Texas. Becky's in Florida. I was flying to see Becky. No, we were flying to Texas to see our son, Sean. and flight was canceled, got on another flight that only went to Dallas. No rental cars. Have you guys run into that? Zero. I thought Steve was joking with me.
No, there were absolutely not a single rental car in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area.
So Hark, we'll take a bus, right?
The bus doesn't get there till after the engagement party we were going to.
So I asked my stamping friends, how am I going to get from Dallas-Fort Worth to College Station for this party? And somebody suggested we should have done this. This might have been better.
This was brilliant.
Rent a U-Haul, the smallest U-Haul, and that would have been cheaper than the other ways we tried to go. So anyway, are you straightening my paper, honey?
I'm straightening.
So anyway, I sat in my airplane seat and prayed, and ended up, this guy overheard us talking to another guy and offered us a ride. And his pregnant wife was horrified that strangers were going with them to Austin.
Because he had a car that his wife had rented, and they were willing to give us a ride to Austin. And he asked us, now, just to be clear, you're not axe murderers, right? Because we look like
here we are. Look at us.
What do you think?
Where do I go? Right here?
You think we're trustworthy?
Do we look like axe murderers?
Well, you never know. You just never know. So my snap response, trying to give him reassurance, was, well, we're Lutherans. I don't know what that got us, but he said, well, you look like good Christian people, so I'll give you a ride. And
bottom line is, we got there, we rode with them. It took till 1 a.m. for his wife to come. So we sat in the airport from 10 to 1, rode in the car with them from 1 to 5, took an Uber to our son's house, got there at 5:30 Saturday morning.
Slept for a couple hours.
On an air mattress without air.
Yeah, that was also.
That's another story.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had a good weekend. We are exhausted. We did paint our son's house, ran up and down the ladder, fixed the doorknobs. What else? Moved the toilet paper holder.
It was a whirlwind weekend.
Yes.
So just to be clear, do not get in the back seat of a car with strangers. It's not an advisable thing, but we were desperate and had to get to an engagement party.
And we're still alive, so that's good. Okay. Are you ready to make the project?
Let's make a project.
Okay. So I'm going to make a different color one, but this is fun. And I'm going to need that trimmer over here, hon.
Okay.
So we're going to start with a piece of cardstock. Now, our normal cardstock is 8.5 by 11. And the only kind of tricky thing with this is 8 by 11.5. So you need to start with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. So I cut this down. It's 8 inches by 11.5. Another thing you could do, I think Marceline does this, is you could add a piece on the back. If you really don't have 12 by 12 paper, you could add that 1/2 inch with a layer on the back. Okay, so now that you have it, what you're going to do is you're going to put the long edge at the top, and you're going to score it at 5 inches. So the left edge, is this showing up, is 5 inches. Use your light scoring blade, score it 5 inches, move it over to 5.5, and move it over to 6 inches. So just, of course, I don't think you can see those, but just the 3 score lines. Now, the other thing is, this part is going to be the front of the notebook. And Marceline and I have both done this, where you want to make sure where the front and the back is. Because the next thing to do...
So you're saying that you do the first score line, and it's the short side that's going to be the front when you get the first score line done?
Right. So the front of the notebook measures 5 inches, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to move down, and you're going to cut at 2 inches and 2.5. I didn't make a banner for that, Steve. So this is the front of my notebook.
What's the measurement?
2 inches and 2.5. And you're going to cut between the score lines. So get out the dark cutting blade and put it at 5 inches. And if you followed me very long, you know you need a 1/4 inch by 11 inch piece of cardstock, mini glue dotted inside here, because then I can tell exactly where 5 inches is, because I can see it right here. So I'm going to cut between 5 inches and 6 inches, which is in between those scoring marks. And then I'm going to move the left edge up here to 2.5. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut from 5 inches to 6.5, or 5 inches to 6 inches. Just like that. Now, the reason it was important to know where the front is your marks that you did this is what holds the pen on. And it would have been down here. And it looks better, obviously, up here. So that's the only reason for that. Now we're going to grab a bone folder and burnish all the score lines. So tell me, what are you guys up to tonight?
So Tina says that it's a sweet project.
Oh, thank you, Tina. That is very sweet of you.
Tony was watching her granddaughter, and she just went to sleep just in time for her to watch your video.
Well, that was sweet of her too, Tony. What have you been up to since you visited my house, Tony? Tony was here 3 weeks ago, I think. Okay.
So Beth said she's watching us.
Yes.
And
what
and
is
that's
Bev?
what she's up to.
What does Bev think about us getting in a car with strangers hitchhiking? Did she hear that part?
I don't know if I would solicit comments on that, honey. But Barb has the best answer of all. What has she been doing? Stamping, of course.
Yeah. Barb's been stamping. My Stamping Mom Joy team meet right before this call, so we meet from 5:30 to 6:45, and we made some sweet projects. Angie Boyd taught us how to make a one-sheet wonder and some fun folds tonight. That's the joy of it. We have an awesome community of very kind people, and we stamp together weekly, and that is a lot of fun. That way Becky, who's in Florida, and Linda, who's in Wisconsin, can be with us, which is awesome. Okay, now what you're going to do, as you open this up, you want tear and tape on this section and on this section. And they are going to go flat to the back of the notebook. Who are you texting, Steve?
I was just turning off my 7:30 alarm so that everyone didn't have to hear it. I'm trying to be considerate.
Have you taken your heart medicine?
Yes.
You were preemptive.
I am. I'm getting better at that all the time.
Okay, so do you guys see this? This, again, is the front flap. This is the back. And the tape goes here. The tear and tape is awesome. You just pull off the layer.
So let me know when we get to the number 1 and number 2 DSP spots, so I know when to.
I will. So I'm going to adhere that to the back, and then this side just pops up. So you have room for the pen.
It's like a stair step.
Yeah. So we're going to have our pen here. People have been asking about the pens. This was on my blog yesterday. These are Papermate Ink Joy Gel 0.7 pens. And I like them. They're nice to write with, and they're also nice because they match our DSP pretty well. Okay, so now we are going to go on to the next section, Steve. It probably would be easier without my pen in there. I just wanted to show you how it works. So now you're going to pick out 2 different DSP colors. I used the 6x6 DSP that comes in every color we have. And the magenta is from the In Color last year. And then Bermuda Bay, I have to put in some Bermuda Bay.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So I'll leave this sitting here. So the magenta is 5 inches across and 6 inches down. And you have a banner for that, Steve.
I do. What's up?
Okay. So we're going to take our liquid glue and we're going to put this on first. And I'm leaving the same amount of space on the bottom as the top. And you can use whatever side you want. In fact, do you want this side up? Oh, we might have to take a quick vote. I didn't even think about that.
I'm coming over. What's the choices?
The choices is to have
the little cross pieces?
The flowers or the cross pieces?
Okay, flip it over so people can see the difference.
Do you want that up or this up?
Well, let's see what people are saying. I know what I think.
Yeah.
But I should not.
Bev will vote with Steve. We know that,
That's why
right?
I'm not biasing people yet. So Chris, she got the pins online, right? From Amazon?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job, Chris.
And we can actually put that on her blog.
And what do we think about
cross-dyed up?
Is this the cross or is this the plaid? Are you talking about the plaid or is this crosses?
Everybody is saying crosses.
Is the crosses different than the plaid?
We got a cross hatch piece from Joyce.
So do you want it like
plaid?
Oh, you actually want the plaid.
Yep. Okay.
Never mind.
I wanted the plaid too. I just wasn't saying anything.
Okay. Well, and I was going to do the plaid, but then when it was flipped over, I was like, oh, maybe I should be doing the other side.
The plaid is just more dynamic.
Okay. So this piece is 5 inches by 6 inches. So I just cut an inch off is all. And I'm going to center this. And last week, some of you guys made the box that I made for the ornaments. And then you posted it. If you post it with Stamping Mom, or you can send it to me or do both. And I have a couple more to post. I posted Ruth's and I have a couple more. Tony sent me one I need to post. I was out of town, so I didn't get a lot done last week. Okay, now for the next pieces, we're using DSP number 2, which in this case is Bermuda Bay. And I use 2 pieces. These measure, when I have 2 in parentheses, it means you need 2 of them. This is 3/4 of an inch by 5 inches. And we're going to place these on the top and the bottom. And then these 2 pieces are 1/4 of an inch by 5 inches. And they go here and here. Now, is this one too bright for anyone with these very bright colors?
What do you think I would say about that?
Steve would say yes, it's too bright.
No.
Well, maybe not.
No, I'm Mr. Bold. I don't
You're
think
Mr.
there's such
Bold.
a thing as too bright. Bring on the bright.
So the fact we have a bright red rug with orange and turquoise and lime green flowers doesn't bother you?
I like it. It's got real color. See, I just, you know how Chip and Joanna Gaines is very subtle. You know, she likes her blacks and whites and tans.
Cream,
gray. No, not for me.
All that is in though, honey.
It may be, but I'm more of an island color guy. I'm more of a tropical color.
You want to be in the Caribbean scuba diving?
Right. I want to be at the beach in my color selections.
Okay. Now there's no rhyme or reason where I'm putting this 1/4 of an inch down. Now I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. But the fun part is when we get to the butterflies and the die cutting. So stick around, please. What else are people up to? What are they chatting about?
We've got lots of people supporting me on the bright, happy colors. So thank you, everybody.
Oh, good. I suppose if people didn't like bright, happy colors, they probably would watch something different. Because
you should see the background that they're seeing all around your video right now.
Yeah.
It's hot pink and Bermuda Bay, I think. Ooh, and Mary even gave me some emojis from the islands.
Oh, you guys are sweet. Mary and her husband just celebrated their anniversary in Hawaii. So she's got lots of island experience.
And once again, this base color was
Mango Melody.
Okay.
And then the pink is Magenta Madness. And then Bermuda Bay. Okay, so there's really, decorate it however you want. Now the fun part. So I use strips of cardstock, and as you're cutting cardstock, I keep all my extra strips and things in a file folder, and I have each marked. So I have a Mango Melody file folder, and a Magenta Madness, and a Bermuda Bay, and all 50 colors, and I just dig in there and get the strips. I have a job for you tonight. Did you know that, Steve?
I didn't, but
This basic white is 3.5 by 3.5, and I'm using this largest die. This is out of the Hippo dies. I may have showed you this before, but I'm going to show you this again. In Hippo Happiness, actually, you can take this. So this die came out of here, and I'm going to have Steve fit the whole thing. It doesn't matter, but you need the whole thing to cut out. Oh, you know something? It's not quite big enough.
I bet it will still work though.
Yeah, run it through. Yeah, there it works. Run it through so it's gonna cut just on the white. So he's gonna run that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So in the Hippo Happiness, I have the photopolymer stamp set, and then I also have dies, and I put the magnetic sheet inside here. But when they have dies like this, these are also Hippo Happiness dies. I put this with my regular circle and square and other dies because I use these on lots of cards that have nothing to do with hippos or happiness for that matter. So that's where this piece came from. And then I just mark on here, 10 dice here, 15 in the case. So I know exactly what's what. And if I go to sell this someday, would it be good if I sold some of my things, honey?
You know, you are in business to sell things, so.
But I tend to keep my things because I love my stamping things. Look at how good he did. Yay, Steve. So you could do this with any die. Put the strips on there somehow cute and cut them out.
Okay, there's one appliance that I know how to use, and that's only because I like using the cranks, so there you go.
He is a Stampin' Cut, and look at that. Doesn't that look fancy on there? I love it. Okay. So here is the die. He wants me to put this away instead of losing it. And what do you think? I didn't think about putting a word on here. On this one, I have grateful, and I made this a while ago, so I don't know what grateful I used. So
we need to pick out a sentiment?
We need to pick out a sentiment.
What word comes to mind?
We could skip it. What about joy?
Oh, you're a joy person.
I am a joy person.
Oh, I kind of like this one. What a beautiful day.
Right, but that won't fit on the strip. It has to fit on the strip. And look, joy will fit. But what if I don't stamp it right? Do you guys notice I don't stamp in front of you very often?
Oh, come on. How long have you been doing this?
Yeah, but the joy is cut off. We'll see if it stamps right. I'm going to stamp it on here and see. Oh, it left a mark. That would be bad. I'll just not push so hard. A light joy. Okay, should we do it? Cross your fingers.
Let's do it. Don't even think about it.
Okay. And I'm going to put it down here. Actually, I'm going to put this one on the middle one. And it's diagonal, so it can be crooked as long as I just don't get the edges.
Oh, feel the tension.
Yay! Hooray! Okay. So we have joy on there. And I'm going to show you how I did the butterflies. To do the butterflies, let's do Bermuda Bay since that's my favorite color. This is the same with the hippos, with all the things in this set. The hippo, the donkey, the sheep, the butterflies, you want to do it all this way. So we're going to take our butterfly and ink up the background first. And then we're going to stamp it off. So that's one. And then we're going to stamp it a second time on the cardstock. Then I'm going to take the butterfly body with the detail on it. And I'm just going to line it up with the wings, which is kind of hard to do when the camera's in the way. But we'll just see if we can get close. Not too close. We'll try one more time. Okay, stamp it. Stamp off. And then do full strength with the body. Okay. I should have had Steve do this part if it was hard, right, honey?
No. Why would you want to stress me out?
Okay. That one isn't quite perfect either, but stamping isn't perfect. Now, for the face, you have to barely touch it for the face just barely touch, and I'm going to practice on the boo-boo up here. You barely touch it to get the face on there, and then I would stamp it on here. See his nose or his eyes and his smile. And then I ran that through the die cutting machine with the butterfly, which is in here, and I cut it out. So there you have it. Now we're going to take this die cut. I love these stripes. Are you going to do this? Who's going to make something with these stripes on the die cut?
Saying they like your colors. Paula Newman is on from Wyoming, and she commented on
hi,
your colors.
Paula. Well, that makes me happy. Okay, now we're going to do some butterfly trails. And for the trails, you know, my camera is on my, whoops. Am I in the wrong place now, honey?
No, you're good. And so the butterflies, are they from the Hippo Happiness set too?
They are.
Okay.
All of it's from the Hippo Happiness. The dies, the butterflies, everything except the joy is all Hippo Happiness from the bundle. Okay, so I have the butterfly trail, and I'm going to put it on the white. So it's sticking off the back of where this is going to go. So I'm going to do it like this, close to the edge. Okay, now I'm going to clean it off and do the Magenta Madness one. Got to shut these. Did you guys shut your ink pads right away?
They're not going to survive very long if you don't.
Okay, and then this one is just kind of trailing to the joy, and it's going to go all on the pink. You could use your Stamparatus on this too. That'd be a good idea. And then I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay one.
So I want to take a second to thank everybody that sent me birthday wishes last week. I had a very nice pre-birthday week and a very nice birthday week, and we're now moving into post-birthday week.
I didn't think you were going to admit this. I was going to say we are now definitely in post-birthday week. 3 weeks of birthday.
Hey,
yeah.
I just milked the entire month of October, but I have to, while she's doing this, I need to show you a card.
Did I not show you that?
This is the card that our beautiful daughter, Abby, made me. She is also a Cub fan. Marcel and I know you'll appreciate this one, but isn't this amazing? So I think it's definitely genetic, this card making skill thing, because our daughter seems to have inherited it from her mom.
Good job, Abby. Abby was here watching our puppies with her brother, and they had friends over. Everyone was here. The house didn't look too bad when we got home either, which was a good thing.
So yeah, and that cap is from a set that Beth originally didn't think she was going to buy, which, you know,
why would I not? You know, Steve's like, of all the sets you weren't going to buy, why would you not buy this one? So the baseball cap is pretty cool. So you need that set if you don't have it.
What's it called? Do you remember?
I
can
do.
find it for you.
It's the hat bundle. It's in the catalog. I haven't even unpacked it from our trip. We got home so late last night. Who can tell me what it's called? Do you guys have a catalog? It's the hat bundle in the annual catalog. So I put one dimensional on the back of each butterfly. Remember, don't go away. Price Patrol is just in a couple minutes.
Okay, I'm going to go grab the catalog.
Somebody will have it on the screen before then.
Hats off was one of the...
Hats off, Gian says. I think you're right. It's a rainy, snowy, slushy, gloomy kind of day, and here you are today, so the bright colors are cheery. Paula, I hope we can brighten your day, because that is what I love. I think stamping brightens my day every day. And yeah, look under H. I think she was correct with the hats off. Yep, hats off on page 47 in the annual catalog. So it doesn't have the C for the Cubs, but this is what it has. You're the best. Here's to the next adventure. I thought Abby, when she made it, was going to put on there, you're the best dad, which would have been effective for Steve because
Right?
he is an awesome dad. Okay, so do you see how I put the butterflies on there? Super easy. And then this whole thing is up on dimensionals too. So Steve did not get a birthday card from me yet. We were at the Hawkeye game and in Davenport the whole weekend before his birthday. And then we were in Texas the weekend of his birthday.
But boy, I had a good time. Hey, Beth, the pen, can you tell me the name of the pen again?
Yes, it is a Papermate Ink Joy Gel 0.7. And what I did for the pens is I bought a package of all the colors. I don't know if you can get all of one color or not. I do have one other pen idea. If you want to get all the same color, like this would go great with the Bermuda Bay. Another one I really like is Ener Gel by Pentel, liquid gel ink. This one has ink refills. So that would look pretty on there too and also matches the colors well. And it's a really nice pen to write with. So I have all the sticky off of this. Okay, you guys, this just makes me happy. Joy and butterflies. We had so many butterflies this summer in our garden. It was awesome.
And where did you get your notebook to put inside, Beth?
The notebooks that I got are from Office Depot. You know, that's one thing I got. Do you want to cut something for me?
Sure.
Inside, I put a strip on, because I don't want it to say Office Depot on the inside. So this is, what is it? It's 7/8 of an inch by, I didn't put it on the banner for you, hon. 7/8 of an inch by 1/16 of an inch short. So it's 4 15/16.
What's the dimensions of the pad itself?
You know, we're going to do it out of this piece right here. So this is called a junior legal size notebook. And the pad itself is almost, they would call it 5 inches by 7 7/8. But if you look for junior legal size notebooks, Office Depot, any office store, this came in a package of 10. Okay, so I'm going to take this and cut it down to fit. We go on vacation and look what happens. I'll measure it again. It is going to be 4 7/8 by 7/8. And I'll cut it down a little bit if it's just a tad too big. Okay, let's see how it looks. Oh, I cut it down a little bit too much.
Yes, okay.
It is. So I'm just going to show you how to glue it in. So it's a little bigger. Cut it at 1 inch by 5 inches and then cut it down. But then to glue the whole thing down, you're going to grab the tear and tape again. And I'm kind of making a mess, aren't I? And just put the tear and tape around the edges of your notebook. I'm going to have 4 pieces and maybe 1 in the center. Do you have anything else you're chatting about over there, Steve?
I'm catching up with everybody after I put all those banners out.
Okay. So do you text with people or do you have anything to say?
So Bev really likes the butterfly. She agreed with you. Lots of people like the types of pens that we put up there. And we're getting lots of thumbs up too.
Oh, you guys are sweet. Thank you. I was going to make a second project, but tonight we're just going to make the one. And we have, I think next week is really Steve's week.
Uh-oh.
So come back next week.
This is the first I heard of it.
No, you've heard of it. You just forgot. We're having
Wait, is this the puffin?
Yes. We're doing puffins next week. Okay, so for this, you have a little bit of room on the top and the bottom, and just slide it over as far as it'll go, and look at the top and bottom, and there's just a tiny bit on both, and literally just glue it down. That is it. Should we put this piece on? We'll pretend, okay? I'm going to make this piece just a little bit bigger. It's funny, I was just telling Joy Team, don't be a perfectionist in your stamping. And I'm being a perfectionist because I don't want any of this red to show. But we're going to cover that, shut it. Pretend that piece isn't there. Okay. What do you guys like tonight? Number 1 or number 2? And we have the Prize Patrol. Has everyone been putting Prize Patrol, hashtag Prize Patrol in the comments?
Yes, everybody's been doing that. Here we
and
go.
Vote for number 1 or number 2.
You ready for Prize
Patrol?
Oh,
the other thing I didn't do is I didn't put the pearls on there. And you know what reminded me is the pearls are the prize tonight. One of the prizes. So I grabbed a pearl and I put it on the end of the trail. Actually, I think I put 5 on here. And so if you want to do the first prize, Steve, it is for a package of pearl basic jewels. I love pearls and rhinestones, and I put them on almost everything. And we're going to put 1 over here to accent the joy. It makes me want to sing. It's too bad I can't sing. Can you sing that we've got the joy, joy, joy?
Well, somebody's already put that. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
Where?
So yeah, we already had somebody put that into the chat.
Yay, that makes me happy.
I was avoiding singing it, and then you made me do it anyway.
Okay, so are you going to do the wheel, Steve?
Yeah,
do you
ready?
have the Prize Patrol?
Yeah, here we go.
Was it hooked up the whole time?
Yeah, and we had some late entries, so I'm glad I put
Okay, so here's number 1. The first winner is getting the pearls.
Here we go.
I love seeing it turn around. Oh, we have some new names on there tonight.
I forgot to share it. You're not seeing this. Hold on, y'all. You're going to get to see the results, though.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
I'm trying.
Glenda! Yay, Glenda! You're the winner. Did you even get to see it?
She didn't get to see it. That's
okay,
so
have you shared it?
It's up there now. She sees
the winner and we're going to do another one. And this one is going to be for the tutorial bundle of your choice, and I'll send you a link. You can look on my blog in the top row, and there's tutorial bundles for sale. These lots of people buy them, and they cost between $15 and $21, but you get it free if you're a winner tonight. So winner number 2 will be winning that.
You ready?
Will they see it this
yes,
time?
They will.
Okay, let's do it.
Look
at all those names. It's fun to see the names.
Up and you're like, please come back around.
Stay there. Stay on my name. Paula Newman. Yay, Paula, you're newer to our channel. So glad you won. So you'll have to let me know which tutorial bundle you want. Thank you for watching us make the Hippo Happiness Notebooks. If you would subscribe to YouTube, that would be great. And next week, Steve will have a card for you. He has a great idea, and it's going to be super fun.
Hold on. We need to tell people how to claim the prizes, Beth.
How to claim the prizes. How do we do that, Steve?
You go to stampingmom.com, claim your prize patrol with hyphens in between it. You can see the banner going across the bottom. We'll let it go across a couple more times so you can see.
And if you have trouble claiming your prize patrol, just email me and we'll figure it out. Okay.
Claim your prize patrol with hyphens in it.
Yep. So Paula won and Glenda won. So congratulations to both of you. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you all have a blessed week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.